let's get started onto my Monday Night Raw review. So they were in Miami last night, so obviously The Rock shows up, but we'll get to that later. You know, it starts off with Vince and Stephanie coming out to the ring and boasting and prideful, and I know this is a lot of words, but it has what they said, and I can read it better than I can quote it. So, basically Vince was saying he would felt good, and he could care less how the fans feel. Well, right there's your first problem, because if you don't care how your fans feel, then you're not going to get very far. And that they broke Roman Reigns in half, and then pierced his heart and yanked his title away, and now he's just like each and every one of the fans who feel the same as Reigns. When they have an adversary in their lives, they tuck their tail and run. And they went on insulting the fans for like 5 to 10 minutes. Like, okay, if it wasn't for the fans, you wouldn't have WWE. Like, they're the ones that make it. They said Reigns is miserable and he's going to stay that way. Finally, yada yada yada, a bunch of crap no one cares about. And then finally Triple H comes out, and he says he gives props to Roman Reigns for his performance last night, and says he could be that good, but today he's not. He says Reigns lacks one thing, which is respect. He's arrogant, cocky, and doesn't respect anything. I think he's talking about himself, just got the names messed up. And says Reigns is great but needs to learn his place in life. He says he could put up with the rest of the stuff from him, but not the disrespect to Vince. Vince might as well be a god because he created all this, and that Triple H says it's his religion until death, and nobody disrespects it. He says people ask why does he need to be champion now. They say his time has passed, and he's transitioned successfully from the ring to the boardroom. And, you know, he even agreed that they're right. He doesn't need to be the champion, but he wants to be champion because people like Roman Reigns do, and they don't deserve it. He said that he'll be champion until he says so, and until someone in the back learns respect. And then Stephanie's like, well, who are you going to prove a lesson to at WrestleMania? And they go on to announce that the rest of the matches are going to be evaluated, and they will announce the main event for Fastlane, and whoever wins the main event Fastlane goes on to fight Triple H for the title at WrestleMania. So then we go to Kevin Owens versus Dolph Ziggler. You know, Dolph Ziggler is he's a good athlete, but I mean, Kevin Owens is a lot bigger and stronger, so, but he always cheats. But obviously, he just beat him fair and square. And then they asked Roman was backstage coming in, and they asked him about Vince's comments. He says they're ridiculous, and he's not leaving until he hears the announcement. And then they had this stupid part where the Social Outcast, which is Adam Rose, Curtis Axel, Bo Dallas, and Heath Slater, come out there and they try to challenge Flo Rida to a rap battle, which is completely stupid and a complete waste of airtime. It's Monday Night Raw, not Monday Night Rap. And then it was the Dudley Boys versus the Social Outcast. Well, everybody that's in the Social Outcast, I mean, there's some real potential and real talent there, but WWE Creative just uses them wrong. And so the Dudleys won. Then we have Chris Jericho versus AJ Styles. And I really thought this was a nice, solid match. You know, AJ Styles was in TNA for a long time. He was the TNA World Champion. He was an amazing athlete in TNA. Then he went to Ring of Honor, and he was doing amazing there. And then now he debuted at the Royal Rumble Sunday night, and now he's on Raw. And I mean, to beat Chris Jericho, an 8-time Intercontinental Champion, like, I think he did good, and it showed that he's, you know, got the athleticism, and I think they did a really good job with that match. Sasha Banks versus Becky Lynch. I like both of them, and I kind of like that they took. I mean, they still say that Sasha is with Team Bad, but she's been kind of doing stuff on her own, and I kind of like that. And she would have beat Becky, but Charlotte came in, and let's see, Sasha, but Sasha sends Becky face first into the corner and takes control. Sasha with a 2 count, more back and forth until Sasha hits the bank statement. And Divas champion Charlotte hits the ring for the bell. So Charlotte lays out both Becky and, excuse me for a minute, Becky and Sasha were both laid out by Charlotte. Kane versus Bray Wyatt. Well, that's a very stupid match because, first of all, Kane is how old? Like, he needs to just get out. And then you got Bray Wyatt. Well, he has Luke Harper, Eric Rowan, and Braun Strowman out there, so you know it's not going to be fair. Then The Rock came out, and it was just a big, like, long, drug-out thing with The Rock. Like, The Rock was here, and if anyone watches it, they just know he'd come out and run his mouth for a half hour. All of that is The Rock. We're not getting into all that. So then we have Alicia Fox and Brie Bella versus Natalya and Paige. Well, they're kind of pushing Natalya right now and Paige because Nikki's not there. She's having her surgery tomorrow on her neck. But, I mean, it was just a pretty much simple, solid Divas match. I think it's nice that they're giving their Divas more time. Like, there's at least 2 Divas matches instead of a 2-minute one match. Then we have Kalisto versus The Miz. And, Kalisto won because Kalisto is getting really popular. They're going to push him. And he's so much more agile and everything than The Miz. The Miz is just stupid. Sorry to any Miz fans, but I will be having most of my opinions, and in my opinion, I don't like The Miz. And then we have the main event, which is Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose, the brothers, versus Sheamus and Rusev. And it actually was a very long match, but it was a good match. Like, Roman and Sheamus started it off, and, you know, they had the lead, and then it went back and forth for a long time, and, eventually, Roman and Dean won. They got the 3 count, and then they announced afterwards that at Fastlane, it will be Dean Ambrose versus Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar and a triple threat, and whoever wins that match goes on to face Triple H at WrestleMania for the title. So, I think that match, that's a really interesting match, and it's a really good triple threat match because Dean Ambrose is really tough. Roman and Brock have fought before, and Roman is the only one that I know that has gone toe-to-toe with Brock Lesnar and be able to take all the punishment and get up and laugh at him. So I'm really looking forward to that match and how it plays out. Obviously, I want Roman to win because I think out of all of them, because Triple H isn't going to want to fight Brock because Brock has broken his arm twice. He's not going to want to fight him. He's not going to want to fight Roman just because he thinks Roman can beat him. He's going to want to fight Dean because Dean's the only one that Triple H would be more apt to beat. But Dean's not going to make it past Roman or Brock. Anyway, that's my opinions on Raw. That's the Raw review. Overall, I think it was a really good Raw. I mean, I think they need to cut down on the talking a little bit and get right back to it, but overall, good match. Tomorrow is going to be mainly normal video. Tomorrow I will do a what's on my iPhone video. But if you want to follow me on Twitter, here's my Twitter, and you can't really, it's at Leanna Life, LEHANNALIFE, at Leanna Life. This is my personal Twitter, and then I also have a Twitter for the YouTube, which is at Life Leanna. So if you want to follow me on either one of these Twitters, be sure you can do that. My Instagram, please follow me on Instagram. It is ShreeLife_Reigns, SHREE, Life_Reigns, REIGNS. So please just follow me on Instagram, and I will post a better view of these tomorrow on my what's on my iPhone video. And my Snapchat is ShreeReigns24, so make sure you follow me on there. And I think that's all my social media. Make sure you follow me on all of my social media, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Please hit that like button and comment, and post a picture to either my personal Twitter or my Leanna's Corner Twitter of you watching this video and liking it and subscribing, and I will retweet and give you a shout out. So please make sure you do that, and please subscribe to my channel and follow me, and stay tuned tomorrow for what's on my iPhone video, and I will see you all tomorrow on Leanna's Corner.